Hi guys, my name is Amy and today I'm going to show you what plants I may have picked up in June. June was definitely a splurge. I'm only realizing now how many plants I actually got because I put them all together for this video, and I mean, I think I definitely let myself get plants this month. I don't know what it was. I just felt like, you know what, do it. You deserve it. It's fine. I have no shame. I still even want to buy more. I feel like you go through phases and be like, no, I don't, you know, I can wait. I have loads of plants already and I can wait for the ones that I really want. And then you have times where you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get what I want. So I guess we'll get started. I don't know the full names of all of these right now because I've just gotten them. If I'm not sure of the name right now, I will research it before I put this video out and put it on the screen. I will let you know as I go along where I got them from. Who wants to go first? This is a beautiful asparagus fern, I believe. I've wanted one of these for quite a while now, but I'm like, I don't know why I was like afraid of them. I guess I feel like it might be quite hard to take care of, and maybe that's why I didn't get one for quite a while, but I just let myself have it. So yeah, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I really like ferns. I think I'm realizing that, but I'm really shit at caring for them indoors. So I think other ferns that aren't Boston ferns, because they can go in their own corner. I think I do want to get into more kind of exotic type ferns that probably do better in houseplant settings. I also got this cute little Elho pot. I don't normally get these pots, but I thought it looked nice. What do you think? So that is number one. Okay, next up, don't know the name of this either fully, but I'm pretty sure it's like a Euphorbia trigona or something. This is just so beautifully weird. This has suspected spider mites. I'm pretty sure it does actually have spider mites, yeah. So she might just die, but she wasn't expensive. I have treated this once already, but you know, I feel like this is a particularly difficult plant to get spider mites on. There's so many little nooks and crannies for them to be in. So yeah, she is definitely in quarantine. She's away from all of the other plants, and I'm gonna keep her that way for quite a while because I don't want spider mites in the rest of my collection ever again, because that was a total nightmare. But yes, I really like this. The little spikes as well, which I was so afraid of, are actually soft. Well, they're not that soft, I guess. What? Which ones was I touching then? Yeah, some of them are kind of soft. Oh, maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe they're meant to be spiky. I don't know. But very cool plant all the same. I think it is amazing looking. Very structural, very architectural, might I say. Okay, let's take out this girl because she's easy. This is a parlor palm, or Chamaedorea elegans, I think. I already have a parlor palm and we've been through a lot. It took us some time to figure out what kind of level of moisture that she wanted, but I have it down now and she's doing really well, but she's not full in the pot and I want her full in the pot. So I got another one. Oh, I didn't say, I actually got all the three plants I've spoken about so far in Woodie's garden centre in Ireland, or in Limerick. So this was very cheap and I just saw it and I thought, you know, she's so nice and full. I wish mine was nice and full. And then I was like, why don't I get another one and put it into the same pot? So I'm going to quarantine this for a while, just make sure it's pest free, and then I'm going to repot it with the existing parlor palm that I already have. But I really like these. I love that kind of palm vibe. It looks so nice. I don't know if people are going to hate on me for this. I don't know. But this I did not buy. This I found on the floor of Woodie's garden centre, which for people not in Ireland, that's like, I guess like your Lowe's or Home Depot type place. Big, you know, they're not really garden centres, they're like a hardware store that has a bit of a garden centre in it. So I found this little piece of this, I think it's a Callisia repens, but I thought it was a Tradescantia. Yeah, I found this on the ground and I just thought, oh my god, you're so pretty and pink and beautiful. If you can see it, I'll put up close-ups, but it's very cool. It's only one small little cutting, but so I picked it up. I couldn't let it die. It looked like it was in good condition and I took it home, I put it in water and it propagated literally within like 3 or 4 days, and then I already put it in a pot, and it has a new leaf and a new growth point and a second new leaf coming already. So safe to say it propagates very easily. My plan is to let this grow a little bit, cut it again, propagate it again, and try and fill out the pot in time, because I think that this is super beautiful. It reminds me of the Tradescantia nanuk, which I really want. It's beautiful and pink. I'll put up a picture so you can see what it looks like. Okay, next is a big girl. She's big. She's very big. Hello? Hello? Look at this beauty. Wow, she's big. She's a big girl. So if you don't know, this is a peace lily. So, you know, very standard, very, you know, common, very traditional, I guess. But she's such a big, beautiful girl. If you've seen my, I'm gonna put this down now because this is just too big. But if you've seen my houseplant tour, you'll know that I have, actually, I have it right here. Let me show you. So I have like a smaller, more pathetic version of a peace lily or Spathiphyllum. Honestly, I found that peace lily very difficult to figure out how moist it really wanted to be, like all of that stuff. She just had a really hard time. So she's showing the scars of that difficult time in her life, and you know, I wanted a big one. So that's what she is. She's absolutely beautiful. Her flowers are massive. I do not expect them to last at all. So I'm just letting to see how she gets on. But I love the leaves still anyways. I forgot to say where I got her from. I got the peace lily from Woodies as well. Okay, so the next few plants I picked up from Houseplant Factory. So I believe this shop is based in Germany. Maybe they're only online, I'm not sure. I'll check that out. I've never bought from them before. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, really. I saw some good reviews and their plants were very cheap, so I thought I would test them out a little bit. The plants that I got from there is the first one, which I'm sure you've all seen before, is the beautiful Stromanthe Triostar, which is a little baby one. It's a little baby version. The plants I got from this place are very small. They were just kind of testers. I think this was €3. This is just beautiful. I did have the Stromanthe Magic Star last year, which got spider mites and died before. This was like one of the first plants I picked up. I didn't know how to take care of plants at all, and I didn't know what was happening with the spider mites, and just thought, oh, I'll just leave it to nature. Yeah, your plant is going to die if you don't deal with it. And I always wanted the actual Trio Star because I think the variegation is lovely. I do love the Magic Star as well. It has this more kind of speckled, mottled appearance to its variegation, but this is just a beautiful plant, and I don't see how you can agree with that. The pink underneath the leaves, it is in the prayer plant family, so it moves up and down based on the level of sunlight, and I love it. It's really cute. The next plant I picked up from Houseplant Factory, another baby plant, which honestly I feel like I almost laughed when I saw it. When I tell you what this is, if you've heard of the plant before, you'll be like, really? So this is a Philodendron squamiferum, and this plant has been on my wish list for a very long time. It has beautiful hairy stems, red hairy stems. I think I'm into hairy stems for sure. And the leaves do not look like this at all. I'm going to put in a little picture of what they look like when they're mature. This plant was listed as a small Philodendron squamiferum, but this is like hilariously immature that it doesn't even look like a plant at all. I'm okay with that. Look, it was super cheap. I think it was again €3. I'm not disappointed. I still have the plant, but I do think that I probably will go and buy a big version of a Philodendron squamiferum in the future at some point. Although I love this and I'm going to care for it, and I hope it gets really big. It will take a long time to mature to the point where I feel like I actually have the plant. Does that make sense? I don't get the satisfaction of having a squamiferum from this plant, even though it is it. That's weird to say. The final thing that I got from Houseplant Factory is quite exciting. This plant was just a cutting that had an aerial root, so I'm going to take it out of the water now and show you. This is a Monstera standleyana variegata cutting. Pretty good cutting. Has 3 big leaves, three 3 big leaves and 1 small leaf down here, and the variegation is quite nice, I feel. So I've wanted this plant for quite a while. Don't want to pay for a big plant, honestly. I think this is a pretty good cutting for me. I'm happy with this. I feel like I can grow a good sized plant from it. So when I got it, there was a little signs of root rot. I think it was in moist toilet roll, and there were some signs of rot which I cut off. I think these were just aerial roots, but I cut off the rot, and I also patted it down with alcohol just in case there was some leftover rot bacteria there, and I put it in water. The leaves were kind of flimsy when I got it, but after a couple of hours of being watered, they've hardened up again, so I know that it's happy. And also there are some new roots starting from this node, which is very exciting. So I think it's going to be successful cutting. Okay, we have 3 plants left, and these 3 plants are all from the same place. I got these from the Ginger Jungle online shop, which is based in the UK. So I've heard people get from the Ginger Jungle before and have always heard good things. I'm pretty sure it's this one woman who runs the business herself, so always happy to support people like that. I heard good reviews, great selection of plants. I really like the variety of more cheaper common plants as well as more expensive rare ones. These plants came super fast in fantastic condition, and I have to say they were really well packaged, so I can't complain. They were also very reasonably priced, I felt. So let's show you what I got. Okay, this first one you might recognize. I have repotted these. They were quite wet when they arrived. I did feel like in my house they weren't going to dry out. This is a Ceropegia linearis woodii variegata. I'm sure you have heard me talk about my string of hearts before because I never shut up about it. It's one of my favorite plants, and I've always wanted the variegated version. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has little bits of pink, white. It's so pretty. Also, the leaves on this one are quite big, I feel. I'm really happy with this. Some of the ends were a bit damaged and I cut them off, and I've already seen that there's new growth from where I cut. I will definitely be propagating this, putting it back in. You know, I've had my other string of hearts for about a year now, and that's what I've constantly done. I think that this plant just looks like edible candy to me. It looks like a sweet. It looks like something I'm meant to eat, and that would be really sugary. I don't know why I feel that way so strongly, but yeah, I absolutely love this plant and really happy to finally get it. Next up is another wish list plant of mine, and this is the Philodendron micans. So I've wanted this since as long as I've gotten into plants, I've always wanted them, but I've always felt that either I didn't see them in person or online. They were just a bit too expensive. So this is just absolutely freaking beautiful. I guess it's similar to the Philodendron scandens, although it's velvety. It also looks like a small version of Philodendron melanochrysum, which I just am not interested in paying the money for, honestly. This plant is just absolutely gorgeous. It's a philodendron. It's going to be easy to propagate. It's easy to grow. I haven't had it that long. I've had it about 2 weeks now, so I'm really happy with it though. It came in perfect condition. One of the new leaves was slightly damaged. I'm sure it was coming out in the middle of shipping, but that's fine. That's one leaf. All of the other leaves came in great condition, so I'm really happy with this. Our final plant. Dun, 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 dun. Peperomia pepper spot. I want more hanging plants. I want more string of hearts vibe. I want more dangly girls. So I picked up this plant. It's a peperomia. I have quite a few peperomia. I find them very easy to care for, especially the ones with more succulent type leaves, which this has. The leaves are kind of hard and round, and the stems are lovely and red. It's gorgeous. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It shipped really well. It was kind of all piled on top of the plant, so I did have to kind of very carefully separate it all. But yeah, I was really happy when I did to see how long it is already. I think it's gorgeous. What do you think? So guys, can you believe those are all of the plants that I picked up in June? It was quite a lot. Look, I normally don't get that amount of plants each month, but I just let myself go this month, which is why I think it was worth making a full entire video about it. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by giving it a like down below. Subscribe if you're new, and if you enjoy my content, you want to see more, that would be great and I'd really appreciate it. I will see you again in the next video. Bye.